Hi, we're here at Botany Botanical Garden, and we're going to celebrate St. Patrick's Day with an Irish Manhattan. A real simple, classic drink. You can make it your own with a lot of different variations, but it's a 2-to-1 ratio. So 2 parts, in this case Irish whiskey, 1 part vermouth, a few dashes of bitters, and a garnish of maraschino cherries. Whiskeys are made using specific grains. Some whiskeys are blended, but a lot of whiskeys have specific requirements, and they vary from country to country based on where they're made. Bourbon, for instance, bourbon whiskey has to be 51% corn, whereas rye just has to be rye. You have to have 51% rye, and there's a lot of regulations surrounding how it's barreled and how it's processed. In the U.S., when you make bourbon, you have to use white oak barrels. They're charred, but you can only use them once. And white oak is used specifically because it has the tannins. Also, it has really tight pores. It's not a very porous wood, so it's great for barreling. And it's because it has those tannins and it has that sort of flavor to it. It adds a lot to the whiskey. So oak trees are not just great plants for wildlife, they're great for whiskey too. We do a lot. We don't have cocktails every day here at Boothie, but I do a program called Botany of a Cocktail. I developed it a few years ago, and it sort of explores all these really cool connections between botany and horticulture and liquor. And everything you see in a liquor store is basically a plant. It comes from a plant, so that's where the name and the title comes from. And it starts to encompass history and culture, and there's a really cool book here called The Drunken Botanist, and it's a great read. If you're you have a little more interest, you might check it out. She's a great author, Amy Stewart, The Drunken Botanist. With that, if you're not familiar where we're located, Boothie is at the corner of Prospect and Gift, just north of the Peoria Zoo. We're open 10 to 5 every day, and I don't know how else to end this, but cheers.